was taken and maybe contact person nominated by somebody, Najma Sultana. Yes, nominated by Najma Sultana. She is a full member. So that is the situation of OWSD. Work of OWSD voluntary. You can work as an intern at OWSD for 4 months. Lot of opportunities. If you be a member of OWSD, you can be a member and go through the history. Free lifetime membership of OWSD. Once you become a member, you will be lifetime membership, and that is free. You don't have to pay. How to apply? Go to the website. I think today some young girls are registering. When asked to put your preferred city, please put yes if available, and this is the website number. Develop your career. Programs are designed to support women scientists from developing world. So you can develop your careers. Be a member first. Be a member of OWSD. You might be thinking doing a PhD, but you don't have the funds. Then you ask the funds from them. If you think you will do MPhil or MS, you just apply. If you don't fund, you can ask them. But first of all, you get the admission. You get the admission letter from the Asian countries, from South Asian countries, and they will be funding. Program activity at this stage. Main programs are award winners. Today we have one award winner. She will be telling you how she got the award. Hasibunahar. And the fellowship holders, we have fellows here, OWSD members, mentors, etc. Be a member. Membership form is available online. You can be a member. So now the collaborators working with OWSD. OWSD has worked with many different individuals and organizations over the years. Many organizations. I quote some of them. They are generous of funding and from CEDA or UNESCO or local government funding locally. Of course, OWSD depends also on structural, financial and administrative support from TOAS and ICTP, and on the legal support and structure of UNESCO within their legal framework of UNESCO. So collaborators, who are the collaborators? University of Pretoria, South Africa. ICTP, East African Institute for Fundamental Research, Rwanda. Collaboration since 2018. ICTP for East African Institute for Fundamental Research. International Livestock Research Institute, ILRI, in Kenya. Collaborating since 2016. University of Cape Town, South Africa. I met some of the Bangladeshi girls working there and funding from OWSD. University of Cape Town, you can apply there. University Putri, Malaysia. Zhejiang University collaborating since 2015. Zhejiang University is one of the highest ranking university in China. They are working, they have the areas of computer science, telecommunication engineering and electronic information engineering in China. You can apply China too. Rhodes University, South Africa. Well, to tell you the truth, I got some scholarship when I was doing a PhD in London. I got Rhodes scholarship from South Africa. They fund a lot. The Graduate School of Chinese Academy of Agricultural Science, China, University of Chinese Academy of Science, everywhere you can apply. The World Academy of Science, TOAS, Italy, OWSD and TOAS, based TOAS offices in Greece, and they are monitoring this. Now the success stories of some of the ladies are here and some of them not here, but she sent me her success stories. Her name is Mahfouza Begum, Asia Pacific, Bangladesh, and she wrote, I can boldly declare that OWSD rewarded my brilliance, thus giving me recognition and confidence in my professional arena and placed me in national and international scientific communities. That is hard work. She told her story like this. is now professor at the Department of Agronomy at the Bangladesh Agricultural University, Mymensingh. She couldn't come. So how OWSD helped me, she said. The OWSD fellowship has had an immense impact on my professional career. I am the first OWSD awardee from Bangladesh. We have another awardee here. She will tell her story now. Without this fellowship, I wouldn't have been able to accomplish a PhD degree abroad. During the period of 2001 and 2002, there was a scarcity of fellowship and scholarships for the people at these developing countries. So these are the things, her story. So she is benefited. So what to be or not to be, that is a question that will be decided by you. What we can suggest, be a part of OWSD, be a member of OWSD, be a part of OWSD national chapter, be a leader at the local global development process. Don't miss this opportunity to be a leader, because this is the high time for you to be integrated in the national development process, and sustainable development goal deserves that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Emeritus, Dr. Shaider Rafiq Madam, for presenting a glorious journey from cheers to OWSD 25-year success story. Dear audience, if you want to be a member of OWSD, I would like to tell you that the registration process is going on, and our registration team is presented here. They are sitting at the back row. So please contact with them. Now I'd like to invite one of our respected speakers and awardee of OWSD. Let's welcome Dr. Hasibul Nahar, Prague University.
Good evening, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Dr. Hasibul Nahar, Associate Professor of Mathematics, Department of Mathematics and Natural Sciences, Prague University. Today I'm going to say something about women in science in developing countries, especially in Bangladesh. Why we need to study for women in science? We should know this one. Actually, throughout the world, women are very reluctant to study in science. That's why we should know why we need to be interested in science. The role of women is a topic of discussion in many societies around the globe. It's because of a stereotype associated with what activities women can or cannot perform compared to their male counterparts, or because of a lack of equal access. Science and research have traditionally been an environment where women have struggled to battle all these stereotypes. Yet, while some countries still have a long way to go to ensure women are integrated and represented in STEM, meaning science, technology, engineering, and mathematics fields. Others are winning the gender battle. And what are the aims? What can be the aims and objectives to study in science for women? The working group, Women in Science, aims to have the voice of women scientists widely, how to reach policy and decision makers with the target of a better future for female scientists. Moreover, the group aims to raise broad awareness to the not fully exploited potential of the female intellectualism. Women in Science believes in a global contribution by creating a platform where challenges and possible solutions are tackled in order to build capacity of its group members as well as of other women who would consider the working group as providing a role model for career success. And actually there are so many awards for developing countries, and especially for women. And there are two organizations, OWSD and Elsevier. They actually organize events, and the name is OWSD Elsevier Foundation Awards for Early Career Women Scientists in the Developing World. It is my pleasure to share that I received this award in this year, and the name is the 2018 OWSD Elsevier Foundation Awards for Early Career Women Scientists in the Developing World. They provide this award in physical sciences, biological sciences, and other subjects. And in this year, they provide in physical sciences and 3 subjects: chemistry, mathematics, and physics. I received this award in applied mathematics from Central and South Asia. In this year, they provide the award out of 66 developing countries, and 5 winners in these different subjects: chemistry, mathematics, and physics. In mathematics, I received this award, and in physics, chemical scientists received this award. Only 1 scientist and 3 scientists received this award in chemistry from Indonesia, Mexico, and Guyana. And this award related, there were several events, and these events were held 5 February to 17 February in different places in Austin. First one was Hotel Marriott and Austin Convention Center, Austin University, Rolling Ford Restaurant in Progress Road, Sophia's Restaurant, and finally the award ceremony was held at Hotel Hilton in the annual meeting of the AAAS, meaning American Association for the Advancement in Science, which is the biggest science organization in USA. For students, I would like to share some key points from my story. When I was born, my father wanted me to be a medical doctor, but he gave me the name Hasibu. It means one who calculates. I think that changed my destination, and my passion was always numbers. I was much enthusiastic to complete my education in mathematics. Finally, I completed my PhD in applied mathematics from the School of Mathematical Science, University of Malaysia. During my PhD period, I faced many problems. We should know, as a woman, always we have to face various problems in their life. As a woman, I have to manage my family and take care of my son, and it was really hard time to do all perfectly. Women have to work twice as hard as men to show that we are equally competent. How to achieve the goal? We should know some technique. I always want to do the best as much as I can. I think everyone has a plan. If we have a good plan, any obstacle can be done out. And we should have motivation, and always we have to motivate our junior. From my childhood, I have always thought how to motivate female students in STEM to help them have prosperous lives in developing countries. I hope this would be inspiring for their motivation. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hasibul Nahar, for presenting her motivation in a nice form. From the presentation of OWSD-BD's 25 years glorious journey, we have come to know that OWSD has been providing full support for PhD fellowship, especially for women in science, and promoting their leadership. Now, I'd like to invite Dr. Tabassum Mumtaz for sharing her success story with us.
Very good afternoon. Actually, I had my presentation, but somehow it doesn't work, so I couldn't show you the pictures of my journey as a OWSD fellow. Never mind, I will tell you the story verbally. Yeah? So, how are you today? Fine. So, we have ISD members here, respected members. I'm from Bangladesh Atomic Energy Commission. You know, nuclear plant, all of you know. But I'm from biological science, so I worked at Institute of Food and Radiation Biology. as a principal scientific officer. So how should I start? Okay. I always have a passion for science and for research. And when I started my honors class in the Department of Botany, in fact, at Dhaka University, on the first day from the first lecture, I decided that, okay, I will do my thesis on microbiology. So that's how, I was, very much enthusiastic about doing research in microbiology. And in the department, we have the microbiology lab. In fact, that is the pioneer lab of microbiology research. Later on, we have microbiology department, so it has extended a lot. So I did my master's, honors, master's, and MPhil in the Department of Botany under Professor Mahbubur Rahman Khan. He passed away three months before. So my work was on the degradation of polyethylene waste. So it was a very interesting, challenging work to do. And what I did during my master's is that I just studied the bacteria. Bacteria are everywhere. Here in the air also we have bacteria. So what I studied the bacteria associated with the waste polythene. We use the polythene bags we throw out, and I studied that association of bacteria. In my MPhil, I worked on the degradation, environmental degradation of these plastic materials, mainly low density polyethylene, the one we use for everyday purpose. So I could, convert my MPhil to PhD. It was, I could do that, but my passion was to do PhD abroad. So I had to go abroad to do my PhD. But I don't have funds, so what to do? All of you, when you do thesis or report, prepare some report, you go search internet. So internet was not available like now. I'm talking about 2001, 2002. So I went to Bandstock, it was next to BCSR at that time. So there I saw this circular of tools, TW or WX. So I just applied, and on the next year, following year, I received a letter, okay, you got the PhD offer. My choice was Philippines. In fact, if you go through the form, you could see you can choose 3 Center of Excellences as your host institute. So it was Philippines, but my application was rejected. Then I, made 2 tours, and I already lose hope that okay, PhD I cannot do abroad. But then they replied back and they inspired me, saying that okay, never mind, you can apply at University Putra Malaysia, because a number of PhD fellows are doing their research. So that's how I started my PhD in early 2006, and it continued for 5 years, because biological science, you do work, your experiment failed, you have to think twice many times, then you can come up with some of the conclusion. So OWSD actually helped me to do my PhD, to make my dream come true, to become a researcher. And I was lucky enough that once I finished my master's, I got a job in the Bangladesh Atomic Energy Commission. It's in 2003. In between, I worked as a postgrad fellow at BCSI. So I was not unemployed, alhamdulillah. So till now, I'm working there. During my PhD, interestingly, my research was to produce biodegradable plastic, but it's from synthesized by bacteria. In fact, you may not know, because you are not biology related, you are not in the area, but some bacteria, they can store carbon source in the form of plastic, as fat that we store. So this plastic is by nature biodegradable. So it's very good in a sense that we don't need to tailor it into biodegradable. So I worked on that, and my work was based in palm oil mill effluent. You know, Malaysia is the second largest producer. So what I did, I used waste effluent and I extract organic acid from that. First part of my work, that was, so once I got the organic acid, you know, acetic acid, propionic acid, these are all product from the anaerobic digestion. It's bacteria, just break down the waste and make the waste, you know, compostable. So with the organic acid, I produce plastic. It's called polyhydroxyalkanone, PHA. So, and I got a very good environment there. I mean, research environment was very good. And, you know, during my master's and my PhD work, my mentors, they, like here in Dhaka University, Professor Amar Khan sir, he used to teach us how to write articles, how to proof the articles, because he was the chief editor of one of the Journal of Botany, which is the only journal with the impact factor in Bangladesh till now. So these are the trainings I got, and okay, that was easy for me to write, you know. And interestingly, I completed my MPhil in 2005. Then I went to start my PhD from 2006 till 10. But my publication from MPhil, it's in the late stage of my PhD. It's like 2009-10. So then I know how to write, and I used to correspond with the editors. So I got this training that okay, how to write the cover letter, how we can, you know, make corrections, all that thing. In Malaysia, what the focus is like, whatever you do, whatever research work you do, it has to be publishable. So do something smart, plan smartly, then do your work, and don't publish your results, and then publish. So it's like the training was in a sense complete, so that I know now what to do. So on the when I returned back to my country, okay, I was regarded still not so, you know, not so senior, but not so junior also. So I started working in the same area. I tried to explore this PHA related research in Bangladesh, and I got 3 students graduated. One is now writing up his thesis from Pushtiya University. So that is how, you know, young scientists turn into an experienced researcher. And guess what? Since we are OWSD fellow, so we get so many circulation and the news about conferences. So it happened that, okay, I got an offer to us, the World Academy of Science. So we had a competition on our thesis, and the participants, we get to know each other, and okay, from there, some of them thought, okay, there will be a conference in India. When? Next 3 months, after next 3 months. So let's meet there, fine. So that's how you know the, activities, the activities and you can participate. So that is the important thing. If you are a member of OWSD, you'll get email about different scientific activities, and you can take part. So believe me, I could see, I visited Trieste twice for science diplomacy course, and every time we got new friends, new research groups. So you have a network. You can build up your network. Those who are working on your same field, and you become somewhat global, not confined to a university or institution. So that is the benefit of OWSD fellow. In 2014, I presented my paper in Chinese Academy of Science. It was held in Beijing, and of course we have to see the Great Wall. So I could, I could experience the Great Wall, and in 17, last year, we had a conference, Women in Science Without Borders. That was the first conference held in Cairo, and I was, invited as a guest invited speaker, and you can meet so many scientists from all over the world, and they're doing excellent researches. And again, you can, have a cruise in Nile. You can see the Giza pyramid and whatnot. So these are the excitations I want to share with you. Like, life is not only about doing science. You have to take care of your family, your friends, and your parents also, right? So another thing, I want to finish my talk, that, we are here because of our parents, in fact, right? They supported us from the day we born, and once you lose your parents, you realize that. So now I don't have my parents yet; they are back in the heaven. So I feel like those who have your parents, you are very lucky. Please say that you love you love your parents, and acknowledge their support, their sacrifices, and become OWSD member, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Tawas. Now let's get down our paper presentation. Our first paper will be presented by Nishrat Fendos, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication.
Assalamualaikum. It's really a great pleasure for us that we have the opportunity to celebrate the 25th anniversary of OWSD. And we know that it's a great platform for us to nurture the researchers. That's why I have decided to discuss about an interesting research article. Our talk was about brain-machine interface, and we know that it's a technology that